right now I'm really liking the New Jersey thing.
It's like disco-ish in a
What
way.
is it called? New Jersey?
New Jersey
The
swing.
Lil Uzi, yeah, New Jersey. Yeah,
I just want the swing. Yeah, the Uzi, yeah.
I love it.
That's what I'm feeling right now. Like I have a whole playlist of that.
No.
Yes, amazing stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So for me and my guy, my DMX, bring it! What? Revive it! You know what I'm saying? I used to MC and my MCing wasn't and ladies and gentlemen, mine was, yo, and we're coming through!
So una t-shirts tatu.
Z, in fact, my wife was saying,
Dana.
on this one.
This is fire. I love it.
I promise. Yeah, the Blue Moon would give us like 12 botis a week. Yeah, imagine. Yeah.
Na split
No, me 12.
Oh, wow.
Mejja 12.
Wow.
Like, you know, and they used to have the flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
So
And you're always together. I'm assuming.
And we're always together.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we're always
Yeah.
together. So, it used to come in handy because, Mari, kwani unatuacha tu hiva?
Instead of tunes.
Yeah.
Over 26. This is the Bagger Podcast.
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26. Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.
What up, my name is Chaxy, the mastermind, your main guy, the Lord Chaxy, the brew from Mariah is around, the Funless Mwass is around, the whole gang is around, episode 100, we are MADTRAXX. And it goes without saying, the legendary MADTRAXX is in the building. Welcome to Boda.
Yeah, the energy. I love it.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
So do the money.
Uber wind.
Oh, man. There I set myself up, man. Everyone does that.
Everyone
does that.
I think I saw it in another interview. Someone asked you that. I was like,
Yeah.
sounds like Kingori. But Bodas were not a thing at the time, were they?
They were, man. They were there. I didn't make it up.
But why Boda Zama easy bike?
But Boda was the cycling one.
They were more the cycling ones. Not the... Yeah, so even like there was a show I did where I went in with those bikes are called Blackies.
Oh, Blackie.
I remember them.
Yeah, so I went into the show with the Blackie. Even in the video, I had a Blackie. And we didn't have the But in UG already, though, I think they already did.
It was already, I think,
UG, yeah.
Even in Bungoma.
Is it Bungoma or Busia? Where's the border? Yeah,
Busia.
Busia. As well, yeah. So isn't that where the name came from?
Yeah.
Border. Like,
yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like the border.
From Busia, yeah, the border. So they were vukisha things, border.
There's a thing in Uganda.
Yeah. You're vukisha things, border, yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, man. So it has to be the guy for border.
No, same. But I know at the time, what was famous, like Ocha, used to be the bicycles. Then they had a padding at the back.
Yeah.
Where you'd sit Sasa.
Yeah.
So those are the Blackies.
Those are the Blackies now.
Yeah.
I used to panda them when in Juja Jaquat. When I have a hanging, I have to go to class.
Which are the one for cycling?
Yeah, you pay my
It's Beba in you.
I'm like, hey. I used to Let me tell you it's no cap. Honestly, let me tell you, the worst part was I would do pay extra. I'm touching you. I had my guy. I had my guy, but I can tell you, he was a Calligraph Jones as well. Okay. Panda, the skinny guy. I think halfway through the journey, I was like, wow, we struggled. I'm like, yeah. You've been staring at the wall. Anything you
That's
like?
Coach, yeah.
Man, I'm just wondering where all these posters have come from.
I know.
This is amazing, man.
And the crazy thing is, they think they have a lot of vinyls for this record. Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah, they actually have a lot of vinyls.
But these are not records. These are shows.
These are shows, yeah.
These are shows.
Actually, these are shows.
Yeah, and yeah, man. Once upon a time, you get these things from places like the Hard Rock Cafe. Yeah. When a Hard Rock Cafe is closing and they're auctioning most of their stuff, you get all these classics. Go to auctions, is what I'm saying. If you go to auctions, you'll get all this kind of stuff.
Or you could recreate this, I guess. But if you're
the amount of research you have to do,
that's a
man.
lot.
These shows
But
are
also
from the
details.
70s, man. It's crazy.
I'm like, what's
Because I don't think there's a
even
PDF
in?
of this somewhere online to
Yeah, man.
But I also like the energy for go-to auctions. I think to unlock new tax brackets. I keep telling my friends, go for auction. It's fire.
But where has MADTRAXX been though?
Oh, yeah.
For real, like where has Madi been?
Yeah, man. So, just me. Yeah, well, I've been around.
God, how hard is it to know where you've been?
It's crazy.
You're in different places every week.
Yeah. Oh, it's just well, it depends. You're asking musically, right?
Yes.
You're asking in terms of music. Yeah, in terms of music, I haven't been doing much music, but so I moved my studio home. I had a commercial studio, so I had a studio where I was recording other artists as well. One of our producers was a guy called Magic Mike, so he was doing the gospel scene. Then when COVID came, I just, in that whole panic where they were saying that you can't move, you can't do this. I was like, I'd rather have my equipment at home. So I moved it all home, and then, there was the whole mixture of like family and stuff. And I always sort of knew that this period would come where I wouldn't be focused on music as much. Just a lot. There's a lot. Music is a young man's sport, man. So it is, man. It's like, I mean, I would definitely say that. It is a young man's sport.
It is actually, I mean.
It is a young man's sport.
Especially if you're making the kind of music you make. High pump energy.
Yeah, well, music is music. But when you're talking about commercial music, it's a young man's sport. Nas just released an album. Did any of you know that?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know.
The third, actually the third this year, right? Yeah. That's gonna
But
be
Doja Cat released, and we all know.
I know Doja.
So, I mean, it's a young man's sport. So I always knew that it would get to this point. And I was just like, yeah. So I did hotel management in USIU. So I always knew. Yeah, and I graduated. I had the whole ceremony. So I always knew that it would come to a point where I'm more focused in the hotel business. Yeah. And so that's where we are now. So I'm still making music. I've done 2 tracks with Brandy Minor.
Oh, we love Brandy.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we're literally playing her EP that dropped on Friday.
Nice, yeah. So we were discussing. She wants me to jump on a verse, and I'm still there. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think?
You have to do it.
Do it.
Yeah, so I produced a track.
Stop winning.
It would be lovely for you to do it.
Yeah, Senor. Yeah. So, but then now what will I be talking about now?
See, Hanye too.
That's no. Exactly. That's why we ask, where have you been? What have you been up to? So those things you've been up to, we don't know what have you been up to?
Yeah, man. Do those things
So
work here?
outside music
If you're making money, is it a thing to talk about how much money you're making in Kenya?
Yeah.
See, who talks about how much money they're making in Kenya in songs?
KRG.
Even he doesn't talk about how much money he makes in his music. Yeah. No, it's such a statement.
So you've been making a lot of money.
Well, see, it's a mind state, man. What is a lot of money?
I don't know, because
But that's been the focus. Yeah, making money has
Yeah.
been the focus. But what is a lot of money?
A lot of money, 6 figures.
Pass. Has to be
6
pass.
figures every.
In what currency?
Muhimu.
Yeah.
Every other day.
Perspective,
Bro, that's
sure.
pocket change, bro.
Okay.
She's a friend of ours who lost
No,
an
I
iPhone.
didn't say I'm making more than. I didn't say I'm making more than 6 figures. What I said is it's pocket
pocket
change.
change,
It's
yeah.
like, you know,
Me, I'm beating to buy your equipment.
you guys are very well set up here, bro. It's really good.
Thank you.
Me, iPhone 12.
You have the APC, man. This is classic.
But I've never known what this thing's called.
This
Me
is
napendanga tu.
classic.
Ati inaitwa nini?
The APC. This is a sampler. But this one is more. This is more of a trigger. Sindio, this is a trigger. The original is called an MPC. So MPC is basically what hip hop was built on. Hip hop, you know. So yes, exactly. Well, you see, the thing about hip hop is there were no. it came from the ghetto, so no one knows how to play a saxophone. No one knows how to. No one even has those instruments, and so they have to pick all these sounds from different songs, sampling. So you cut this song, this part from this song, cut this, cut that, and that's where you get producers like DJ Premier, Swiss Beats, even Dr. Dre. You get Timbaland,
Tim and Bob.
All those people. They're very. They know about the MPCs, Akai. So you guys are set up. You're set up well. There's no need
For your
there's no
packaging.
need.
It would be cheaper if we had our own equipment. Like, una to drop your knowledge bombs. How do you know so many things? Boda, now this. You read a lot. I'm like, how do you consume knowledge?
Yes, it's just now. I'm just here exposing my age.
Wisdom.
I'm here, Dumbledore, man. I need more beer.
We're going to sour.
So if you're working on music with Brandy in 2023, does your approach to production change? Like, would you listen to Brandy and figure out what kind of vibe? Because you're very also, what would I say? You're very diverse as well in terms of if you talk about production.
Yeah, so I'm really into the production side of things. I don't think in that aspect. I don't think it's a young man's sport in that aspect in terms of production. It's only in terms of being an artist where I feel like it's a young man's sport. So I'm still making beats, and I think my beats are sicker than everybody else's. So I'm still making beats.
Where are they?
I don't have the energy now to be nene. So if I get the right artist, but making beats, it's like what? For me, it's like playing basketball, or like, guys who play pool or play basketball, or, when I have free time, I'll just my laptop and just it's a whole journey. Yeah. So that's my thing. That's like my golf, so I'll just go.
I'm curious though. Do you make like your own fresh beats, or are you a sampler?
So I'm both. Okay. But I enjoy sampling more.
Okay.
Because I'm more of a hip-hop person. Okay. I came from hip-hop.
What era?
90s. Okay. So I was born in the 80s, meaning the 90s is when
you're consuming music.
I'm consuming music properly. So, the 90s, starting from like 92 album. Now I would say Snoop Dogg's album, that one, the Doggy Style. Okay. Now from there is when I picked up, and it was Ready to Die and all sorts of things.
Yeah. How are you getting music at this time? Are you buying? Are you radioing?
No, I'm an Apple Music guy. I can't stand YouTube. Like me, when people play me music from YouTube,
I'm just like, serious?
Are you serious? I'm an Apple Music guy.
But back in that era, in the 90s, how'd you get music?
So, you always had to have a connecting state who's sending you cassettes.
Because it had to be physical records.
Yeah.
No, not records. Me, I was in the records
tapes.
Tapes, like the cassette tapes. Yeah, the one you put the
pencil.
pen. Yeah.
So you have your... first time and just project the pen on the pen.
So you always have a guy in Stato who records what's going on. Even the VCR tapes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would record shows from there, BET and stuff. And that's what I would get now.
And then you have your Walkman.
Yeah, I had a Walkman. Then when it was high school, it was a Discman. Then there was this thing that came just before. They were called mini discs, actually. Yeah, I don't know if anyone would remember. So there was mini discs. They were like, so imagine, they were not. There was like, it was like a CD inside a cassette. Google it, but it was so it had MP3s inside. So it was like the first MP3. So it was like a CD. You could only have 20 tracks. Before the MP3s came, then the mini disc came, and so you could have like hundreds of tracks on that thing. So I was like the only guy in high school who had the mini disc, man. Yeah, well, you guys are, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Which reminds me, talking about Apple Music and streaming. For Kenya specifically, how instrumental was the Matatu culture in pushing music before streaming?
Man, that's crazy. That's a very good question, by the way.
Super.
Heavy. So I think that together with jam session. So there was this thing called jam session.
F1.
So that one it built everybody from Mr. Googs, Vinnie Banton, Red Sun, all those guys, that whole like clique, they all came from from there. Then now, after that, the only place that wasn't tapped was the Matatus. And so now Caliph Records came and they had this thing, Operation Fagia. It was a mixtape with all these songs, Kina Mahatma, Kina Juakali, and they would Operation Fagia, and they would put them on the Matatus, give them out for free. I remember they would buy like CDs. You know the way you'd buy that thing?
Yeah, the whole part.
That thing, they would buy that, and then they had like, they were like these PCs, but all they have is disc slots. They only have those disc slots, and then you have the master. Then you work up, then it burns all of them, like 7 or 8 pieces like that. And then so that was really instrumental, and I still think it's instrumental now. I just don't know how they're playing that music. Are they still playing CDs or are they streaming?
I think flash discs now.
At that time,
but I feel like it works more for DJs nowadays more than musicians.
They make mixtapes,
Well, yeah.
They play Makufu, Topaz.
Yeah. So which takes it back to my point, man. The DJs are I love DJs, man. Me, I go to clubs and I just tip the DJ just for nothing. Because like I love the DJs.
Not for nothing. You've been making a lot of money.
and we are DJs.
But they just have a really good sense of what Kenyans will like. I mean, what their audience will like. So, the DJ. I mean, if you're an artist and you're not friends with DJs, and also DJs make the best producers. My favorite producers. So like from all those guys I was just mentioning, from Dr. J, Sus Beats, Timbaland, all those guys are DJs. I think the last few producers who are actually like Quincy Jones-ish,
Babyface.
You know what I'm saying? But like I'm talking about hit records. The best producers are DJs.
Do you have a standout name in the local scene that you're like, this guy knows his shit?
Who are DJ?
Wow. Be smart.
I know,
Be
right?
smart.
And you can't mention the brother.
You can't mention your brother.
No, I wasn't going to.
He's a politician now.
because it would look too
it's right
too
there.
biased.
Really.
Kindly think to lower his mic. I feel like his mic is
Okay.
covering his face.
Is it?
Look, just lower it. Because I'm thinking visually. It's like on
seeing your face.
cover.
Guys want to
covering
see your face.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like that. That's perfect.
That's perfect,
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll plug you with our favorite DJ.
Yeah.
Go check
Where do you go out? Let me see who plays in those places.
I don't go out, man.
So what do you do?
I don't go out, man. That whole scene, man. Ilini Chokesha, man.
There's a day, randomly, I don't know how many years back, it was like 5 a.m. we came from clubbing, then bumped into you and Mejja at Oilibia Westlands. Katunulia kuku.
Yeah, there's a time I was doing that, man.
You guys were drunk as well. It looks like we had just came from a party.
Me and Mejja, we were high. We were quite generous. We even paid fuel for guys. Yeah, not just there. Just that was after a show, for sure.
No, it looks
we were
like you guys
probably
were
like
from
bulging with chums at that time. We were just like, what next? Excess millionaires? What is it, Mejja? To do? At that time, but it was crazy.
And you're booked and busy.
Yeah. It was really good, yeah.
So because you are not, it feels like and I think from conversations we had like Juakali and the guys back at the time, and even mentioning Caliph and the CDs, it feels like a lot of what was mainstream accepted music came from the hood. But you are not a guy from the hood. You didn't speak like them because you were born in the what guys would call the suburbs. Was it harder for you to get into the scene? Because there was who else was from the suburbs that was
Prezzo?
But Prezzo had also to go to Caliph for him to just rock.
But his rap was still barb anyway.
He was, but the production behind it was not.
And Prezzo went through his sleeve, man.
Exactly.
Prezzo was brought up in his sleeve.
He was born. He told us, but from when,
he was brought up in his sleeve. Yeah, you know what? Just because the numbers are from the hood. That's what the culture in general is dictated by the hood.
True.
A lot of culture, just because the masses are there.
Yeah.
Now the question was, sorry.
So was it how was it harder for you to integrate with everyone else who was popping mainstream, especially? Because I'm sure you spoke very different from the way they spoke.
Yeah.
Your lingo was different. The music that guys were consuming were different.
I think it's an energy. I didn't go with that energy of I'm uptown.
Okay.
I think if you go with that energy of, because I used to go to Caliph and I was driving a Benz and no one sumbuad me. So I don't know if it's the guys at Caliph. I don't know if it's Kina Clemo who are like, no, I'm saying. I don't know if it's Kina Clemo who was saying that. But I was never quite sumbuliwad. And then also, it's just the energy that you go with. You know, I had a lot of respect for what Kina Caliph were doing at the time. And I was learning a lot also. And so, and I've never thought about it, by the way. I've never really thought about it.
If you think even Camp Mulla, they had such a hard time. I mean, so luckily for them, the
it's
music
because of
would
also
cut.
where you're going. You're not going to the masses. You know me, I'm telling you, like, Caliph will take you to the masses, to the people. So, like, if you're an uptown guy and you want to do all these uptown plans where there are only, like, 200 people, and this other gig has only 50, and I'm telling you, would go for gigs and it's thousands, like a sea of people, and all of them are appreciating. In some cases, the show is free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it's a mindset. If you're ready, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're ready to entertain them, the masses, then they'll accept you. But if you just want to stay, you know, uptown, it's only your uptown friends who
We're going to vibe.
Who are going to vibe with you. But you have to take your music to the masses, you know? Yeah, so I think that's, So I didn't quite think about it. And it wasn't hard for me to take the music to the masses because it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
How I'm trying to picture, how old were you like when Get Down was dropping? Boda.
Interesting story. I did the video for Get Down even. So the way I released the songs, I released Big Shot first, but I'd already done Get Down. And my brother told me, it's not... So he told me, it's not time for Get Down. I'll pay for your Big Shot video. So he paid for my Big Shot video, and we did it with Kina Big Ted and everything. And then at the time... So I've always been in the hotel thingy, the hotel industry. At the time, we had gone to China because we were building some rooms. And so, you know, you go there and you get everything. You set up the rooms. So while I was in China is when he dropped it. So me, I'm in China. I don't even know this song is...
So Stylez dropped it.
Yeah.
Naile publicly out, not at United
Yeah,
States.
in the public. See, now, Kwanzaa it's Stylez. At the time, it was Stylez. It was Code Red.
Code Red.
Like,
Red, yeah.
Cartel.
This is them, yeah. You know, so me, I'm in China. And then, you know, China at the time, WhatsApp, you can't quite get WhatsApp.
Yeah.
You have to have a VPN. And, you know, this is like 2010 or 2010, 11, around there. Yeah, I think around 2010 or 9 or something like that. I don't know. So, yeah, he releases a song, and when I come back from China, it's just huge. Mind you, I'd shot this video at his house. I think this is part of the reason he did it. When he had gone to the US, so while he had gone to the US, you know, he gave me the key, like, bro, take care of my house. Hey, bro, bashes. The bashes. Yeah. So we shot the video. So that whole time, like, I'm there, you know, when I was Mr. Boda. That whole scene was in his house where Poji is waking up from the bed.
Yeah.
We shot all that in his house. Then we went to Rezoras. So when I showed him the video, I think that's part of the reason he was like, no, it's not time for this song. Then I think when I was in China, someone told him, this song is hot. And so he dropped it. And by the time I came, I was like, wow, this song is big. Yeah. So I was already booked for shows, imagine.
And that's your first official release.
No. My first one was Boda. Are you talking about Get Down or Boda?
No. Actually, Boda was the first.
Was the first
As
song.
MADTRAXX.
As MADTRAXX, yes.
As MADTRAXX, Then around Hissing Chezo. And then Poa. Then after Poa, I did big shot.
When did On Fire? Also On Fire.
That's now.
Okay.
After that, after Get Down hit, I think I went back to China now to set up my studio, the commercial studio. Because all this stuff I was making in the house. So I was making most of this stuff in the house. And then I would take them to different studios. I was recording with a guy called DJ Babs at the time. So I went back to China, set up my studio, and then that's when now I'm so hot fire. That time now I set up Red Republik. Before it was called Red Room. And then now we set up Red Republik. And then now we got all these guys on board,
Nice.
So this is, you're still in uni or you're done with uni?
I was done with uni. Uni was big shot. So when I did the just graduated, you're a big deal. I just graduated,
Was your family supportive, considering I saw that Stylez went to study and didn't really go to school? He went to Canada to do his own things, and your parents think he's in school. So you wanting to get into showbiz from after that, are they supportive at this time?
My mom, you know her in her biashara, she just thinks this thing is just so small time. You guys, what are you guys doing?
Mom, 6 figures, I got like pocket change. At him, Lily, show how much. I got like, what?
So
was she
it
supportive?
was just she's what is supportive. I mean,
supportive means like,
she likes the music, she loves the music, but she's just like you guys can
Get
make more
serious.
money. You know what I mean? You guys,
This is not the only way.
you guys can make more money. But she's like, I like the music. Oh, you know my son, MADTRAXX. And she's just like,
and then man,
oh my God.
Get serious.
Exactly. So it's, but she was, I'd say she was very, very supportive.
Yeah.
It's just that she thought we could.
Yeah, there was more to it.
There was more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Red Republik, there was you,
Yep.
Stylez, Magic Mike. Was Mvo there? Poji Ross as well.
So there was Code Red and Red Republik.
Yes.
Code Red was the DJ. And then, so me, I used to be a DJ, but then now I like producing more. So I set up Red Republik. That was me, Magic Mike, Coram, Vo. We had Mutasha Freak. Who else did we have? We had quite a few like acts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what about record labels. It's bigger than just making music. There's so much to it. And the artist has to be prepared for it. And so it got to a point where when the Kansoul was happening, I sort of just fungered that studio only for the Kansoul. Because I was like, hey, I'm here making promises. It's how we have bangers, but just the infrastructure. And I was like, this infrastructure to set up this, no, I can't. So I have a lot of unreleased music.
Do you think it will ever come out, or now you don't like it anymore?
I want to do a session. In fact, that's what I wanted to make this session about that. Is it possible? When can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely. What? We'd love to.
Yeah, for sure. Just sample your music.
Yeah, my unreleased. I'll just bring the hard disk.
And
Please.
listen.
No, can we actually do it? I'm serious.
Listen.
Can we actually do it?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh, bruh, we're doing it.
We're
Let's
doing
do
it.
For real, let's do it.
Kuna MADTRAXX part 2.
No, let's do it.
Yeah.
No, let's do it. That would be
It's
sick.
happening.
And we could
That would be
invite a
fire.
few. So the guys who watch the show, we call them
Check me.
So we could actually do a thing.
They
We
make
could
it
do
like a
whole
bash
actually.
thing. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Even the Kansoul, there's a lot of unreleased Kansoul music. Yeah.
Will that ever come out? Do you know?
It's a good question. Huh? Will it ever come out? Is it timely? You know what? I was going to just put them
In the vault now. So
I was just gonna put them out there. I was just gonna put them on Apple Music. I get somebody to just come, create artworks, upload them, write the lyrics.
Is it up to you?
upload?
Is it up to you to publish the music?
Yeah, well, it's up to me. I'll just tag everybody who's involved in the song. If you're a producer, I tag you and your rights, your royalties, yeah. If you want to chomoa it means, I mean.
Yeah.
Like if you refuse for it to be on Apple Music, fine. If you're part of the song and you refuse, Sawa, basi chomoa basi.
Moja, and then there's So when you and Mejja have conversations, what do you talk about, like in regards to the Kansoul specifically?
Mejja and I haven't spoken, man. In fact, I think we're approaching a year we haven't spoken.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Is there beef? No?
No, I mean, there's no beef. We're brothers. It's just, I think, just the way everything ended.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think just the way everything ended. It's just like,
I need a breather.
We are therapists. You can talk.
Please offload.
You can talk to us.
It's just a Denis in opinion. I mean in priorities. In just a difference in priorities. And Mejja thinks I'm complex, and me, I think Mejja is complex. So we're just like, you know what? Yeah. But otherwise, man, I love the guy, and I love the music that he's doing now, man. I mean, and by the way, I've been drinking the song, the drink he's been sponsoring. I've been drinking it. So when I saw him sponsoring it, I'm like, hey, okay. Nice, man. I was like, hey, that's dope. Yeah. So, and yeah, man. I guess we sort of have, I'll always say this, Bana is not underrated anymore. I used to say this, I used to say he's the most underrated artist in Kenya. Bana is not underrated. Now he's number one. You can't convince me there's another number one other than Mejja, and that makes me proud. For sure.
That's just songwriting, I'm a delivery, I'm the whole thing.
The whole thing, and even in terms of culture.
Okay.
Even in terms of culture, he's plugged in for sure in terms of what's going on with the culture. And then now I've seen he's become more clean, and he's like, now he's flossing. You get what I mean? So I'm like, hey, Mejja, you know, I like this, man. You know? Yeah, so it's not anything that's bothering me or bothering him that we haven't spoken, but it's not that we hate each other or anything. I mean, I love the guy. I love what he's doing. And I'm sure he wishes me well in what I'm pursuing.
Have you ever not thought of, let me just pick the call and call Mejja and see what's up? Like, we have this.
And then I don't anymore.
What?
Yeah, man, it's been quite a while, man.
That's fine, because if you don't use it frequently,
I know the last 6 now. You know the 07 in a part? That's what I've forgotten.
You're missing.
But I know the other part, yeah.
But why not just call him? Like, if there's a bunch of music and you really still believe in the songs. It's like, we have these songs we worked on, so do we put them out?
Like I said, he thinks I'm complex.
Okay.
And I think he's complex. So, like, putting it together. I mean, yeah. So, you know what? Just like I was saying.
But when you say complex, you mean complex, like in what sense?
Complex personalities.
Okay, gotcha. When it comes to making decisions, you're always
you
get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Who was managing the collective as the Kansoul?
We were.
Yourselves. So there's no other person
We're not
like
sharing the chums. Hey, what? We're not. And I think Mejja is also, he's also taken there are people, I've seen artists who come to me and they say, mi wazi niko na mziki nataka tu management. I'm like,
nah, bro.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. So, yeah. So us guys would do that. And you have different people to write proposals for you. So, okay, I had a bit of an infrastructure. So if there was a contract to be done, big shout out to Rhoda. I know Rhoda is there. I'm like, yo, send this contract to me. And Rhoda would handle it, would sort out Rhoda once in a while. And she never pressed us. So big shout out to Rhoda, by the way. So
we also need a lawyer who won't press us and can handle us as the show is growing. So Rhoda, we'll call you Rhoda.
Yeah. So if there was any bureaucracies or whatever, she would handle that. So imagine we just handled it ourselves, including even Coke Studio, like shows in the UK. Yeah.
So if I needed to book the Kansoul when you guys were popping, you'd have to call either you or Mejja.
And usually no one has a shida. In fact, that's what they want.
Yeah, you want to speak to the artist there.
Yeah, in fact, that's what they want. So, and then sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you have a bad feeling about some shows. You can just tell a guy's trying to play you.
Yeah.
And I think we felt we're the only ones who have that intuition. Like,
Nah,
Jaribu
bro.
kucheza, umse. You know what I mean? So yeah.
How did the Kansoul come about?
It was-
Which rooftop were you? Were you at? Who spoke to who? Like, how did that come together?
So Mejja and I, when we did Round Hisim Chezo, for us both, okay, not for Mejja. I don't know. It was his second release and my second release at the same time. So we were friends throughout. We linked up again a bit later. And at the time when we linked up, so if you know the setup at Caliph Records, there were artists. There were just so many artists. Hot artists. So us guys were like, these guys are not getting the exposure.
Yeah.
They're not getting the exposure they deserve. Mejja and Madi have a platform. So we do this thing called a Kansoul. We bring in guys and we do it. So we were many. In fact, I found the track. This is one of the tracks now. I found the track where all of us, the original Kansoul.
How many were you?
Hey guys.
Hey, I think we're like 8 or something.
Bro,
yeah.
8 mnaenda
I swear. I found the track. Yeah, man. Yeah, I found the track. It was called The Rhythm. Even Jim Watt was there.
What? Because I hear initially the Kansoul, even Akina Jua was supposed to be neat. Like, it was just a collective for whoever wants to.
Hey, not Jua.
Yeah.
Hey, Jua was too big for us, man. Jua,
Really?
Jua is the godfather.
Okay,
man.
true.
You're Jua. Hey, hey, Jua.
Who said no to the Kansoul? There's a story around.
No,
There's
not.
someone.
They didn't say no.
Yeah.
They just couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So then you find out it was more of a work ethic thing. This is why they're not getting the exposure they deserve. They're harsh, but the reason they're not getting the exposure they deserve is because of a work ethic thing. And so the only one who was getting the work ethic was now Cora.
So that's how it ended up. Because you're like, only the 3 of us are pushing as much as we want.
Yes. Yeah.
So the work ethic, it's showing up, it's, planning.
Showing
Your
up,
verses on time.
yeah, and even just showing up even with the right energy, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah.
Because 8 people, managing 8 people.
Damn, that's a lot.
No, 8 people who are all managing themselves. Hakuna mtu anaweza kwambia wewe hujakuja studio leo. Nothing. So then mkafanya nini Kora? Kora, what did you guys
Bitter
do
about it, the breakup.
No,
Yeah,
Kora
he
Kora
went
was.
on a
He was
whole
like, yeah.
way.
He said he felt like he was taken advantage of. I think especially financially by you and Mejja.
Z.
You also found out online like the rest
Yeah,
of us.
I found out online. Bro, kwanza even me, I'm the one who should be complaining because none of these guys. So none of these guys want to use their account. They're using the Red Republik account. So us we're getting paid. If we're not getting paid in cash, if we're getting paid in a check, first, if it's paid in cash, it's 3 ways. And it's there. You get what I'm saying, right? It's 3 ways.
Yako, it's done.
Yeah, you decide what you're going to do with your chums.
Yeah.
Pizza.
So then we came to the checks and the bank transfers, especially now when Blue Moon were, they're using the Red Republik account. So who pays taxes?
Got you.
It's crazy, yeah. And then now these guys, and we would go ask, Stanbic at Garden City. Go there, they'll tell you we used to come, me, Mejja, and Kora. The 3 of us will sit there. I withdraw the tunes and I everybody. So I don't know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
And now at the end of it all, imagine I was left with those taxes. So I paid anyway.
That's
so
why
it's
sometimes a manager is necessary.
Yeah.
Because maybe the
Definitely.
Kansoul would have been done properly. A structure, account,
True.
everything's
Yeah.
handled separately. But it's fine. I hear you. When it feels like, we are homies, let's do this thing and it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
why?
you don't sit back to think like,
Truly.
okay, now maybe
It's time to
separate
get
this
proper
from-
structure.
Yeah.
True.
And I think even a lot of bands zenye zime split up inakwanga too, you didn't salary yourselves.
Mm.
It was do is in, do is out.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think Bian is the one who said they're on salary. So
Yeah, they put themselves
yeah.
on salary.
Hata kama make 50 million, unachukua tu ile unapewa ngoja.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Salary, but there's now,
There's
depending on how much
incentive.
you make, there's more commissions and whatnot. Like a
Dividends,
structure, yeah.
So and then I'll tell you the truth, it's not just us, and it's not just in the music business.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Like if you don't have an accountant, it's something I was talking about. If you don't have an accountant, you're going wrong. If you're doing any business, but there are guys who are raking in chums. Me is a mother I know who's raking in chums. No accountant, and she doesn't. She doesn't have the structures, but she has chums.
She's single.
She's very old.
How old?
Chaxy loves grandmas.
You guys don't roll like that.
Chaxy loves gills, I'm telling you. He loves
A
them.
75-year-old.
Chaxy loves gills.
Gills.
Yeah, grandmas.
That is not true. That is not true. So I want to go back to Red Republik, but I feel like since you're talking about the Kansoul, let's just maleza.
Yeah.
Bro, you guys, like, for sure, when you write the history of Kenyan music, you guys will be there.
True.
Bro, I remember the first time I ever had double tap. And this is when Instagram was new.
They're popping
Exciting.
up.
This is where everyone was. And I remember just how relevant double tap was. I was like, what the... Like, I don't know how to describe it, but double tap was a moment. That was a huge moment.
I'm saying, man.
Mtu wengine ya TikTok. For the culture. Then you guys, bro, I think it's how consistently you guys are dropping bangers. Bro, because Bablas. Big song. Nyongwa. Came big song.
Probably Nyongwa is nice that you didn't release it now. It has a different meaning.
Akina Bablas, bro, you guys were on a roll. I can only imagine how busy you guys were.
Yeah, it was quite busy, and truly there was a time when I was starting Red Republik, and I suppose this is manifesting. The logo was a star, and it's because I was really into rock stars, like these guys. Like these
There's
guys
a lot of stars
and
there.
their lifestyle.
Yeah.
See, like Red Hot Chili Peppers, the way they dress, this whole rock star lifestyle, that's what I was into. I just didn't know I was not built for it.
It looks nice until
you know what I mean?
Position,
It looked dope until now. It's all the hangies and all you know what I'm saying? All the shows and, waking up in just boxers and a vest and, it's just really wild, So, yeah, together with doing all that, I think the most important part, though, was we were having fun.
Wait, so when
we had a lot of fun.
When you wake up in just boxers and vest, that means like you guys are fucking.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, bro. What else am I saying?
Does he have to say it
What else?
Jesus Christ, yes. Lots of them, by the way.
You're doing group activities.
Yeah.
If you watch the Brandy Minor episode.
No,
Mandy.
Episode,
yeah, she said she doesn't like group activities. We're talking about 3Sams and 4Sams. She's like, me spending group activities. But on a busy, just for context, right? On a busy weekend, I'm not asking. On a busy weekend, how many shows would you guys be booked? Mwass, chill.
Just observe the leg.
I think at most it would be 3.
In one weekend?
Yeah.
You'd never had like 3 gigs one night?
We have.
And are we talking like just
Are
in
you
Nairobi?
talking about an
Are we
average?
talking out of town? Like, what is it looking like?
You're talking about an average night.
Yes.
An
average weekend.
Yes, an average weekend.
An average weekend was like 3 shows. But then there were those nights where you're doing Meru and Nyeri on the same night. So you have to move from Meru.
Do a show in Nyeri.
Go to another show in Nyeri, come back to Nairobi because Sato you're doing
another show.
Yeah.
Then you have your brand endorsements and things to do. You have studio,
Exactly,
you have
yeah.
videos to film.
Yeah.
You have...
Na bado unataka kupiga sherehe.
All of it is sherehe.
It works.
Just, you know what I'm saying? And then, so we had this endorsement with Blue Moon.
Yeah.
And
how much they pay you guys?
So they'd give us, how much are they paying us?
Yeah, for Blue Moon.
I don't remember. It was in the millions though.
For 1 year?
Yeah. It was good money. I don't quite remember. And I can't even tell you what I did with that tunes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Split 3 ways.
So the Blue Moon would give us like 12 botis a week. Yeah, imagine. Yeah.
Na split
No, me 12.
Oh wow.
Mejja 12.
Wow.
Like, and they used to have the flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
you're always
Kidogo, so-
together. I'm assuming.
And we're always together.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah, we're always
Yeah.
together. So it used to come in handy because Mari kwani unatuacha tu hivi.
Instead of chums.
Yeah. So it was quite a rock star. I won't lie. If somebody, only thing is we were not filming these things, and Mejja used to say we should be filming. Was it not fat shooting it too? But you know.
Did you guys have to put Vivian in accelerator?
It's a good question. She's actually the reason the session happened.
So only because she made the
Alikuwa
session
hapo,
happen.
otherwise
Is that no shade, like for real.
nah, all the shade involved. No.
You guys. No, so what happened was she'd been saying, yo, let's do the session. So the day of the session comes, and at the time, one of the things that's kept me fresh is moving my studio or changing my setup. So I changed the way I make beats. At the time, I was making beats in the moti. So I would just sit.
That was the setup. You go to the car to make
like
beats.
this now, the way you are, like that.
Easy. With a laptop, go to.
Yeah, so now this is so I'm sitting here.
So you have actual monitors in the car?
Yeah, this is the...
That is...
No, not monitors. See, Nini. Aux cable.
Aux cable, yeah. Oh, you're using the car speakers. The car speakers.
Yeah. And then now, the keyboard is on the passenger seat. So I edit. Take the keyboard.
Put it together. Which banger did you make like that? All of them.
So accelerator.
Oh, okay.
So I was sitting in the car.
That's why it's called accelerator.
You got your idea, like...
You go like, what do I call this song? Boom.
Knowing later tonight I have a session with Vivian.
Yeah.
So then I make the track. Then we go. Me and Mejja. And then the session happens. So there's no way I was going to. First of all, you guys are being very hard on Vivian. Listen, you guys are being very hard on Vivian.
I'm speaking as a fan. You know, because you know when you hear beep, beep, you're like, then she comes in, you're like, oh, yeah. Like, hold up. Nah.
Did you produce all those Kansoul bangers that we know most of the time?
Yeah, most of them. I produced. Cora also produced.
Yeah. So now,
but it depends. You're talking Bablas, I produced. Nyongo, I produced. Double Tap, Cora produced.
Kochambali.
Cora produced.
Poa
was me. Yeah.
Kufaju
was Cream and Musioka.
Okay. So I'm not management. So how do split sheets look like at this time? Who's producing? Who's writing? Who's?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I own most of that music.
It's true though, but you produced it.
True.
You recorded.
And the studio's mine as well.
And the studio is his as well. So who owns the music he does? That's why I was like, you can publish the music if you
Truly.
want. Legally.
You think so?
But check with Rodust. Don't take advice from Chaxy.
Oh, Mike check utasanga.
Chaxy will come and tell you, me, I'm not a lawyer. Why did you listen?
The episode 101 will be in the team.
It's true. It's true though. You own the studio, you produce the record, you are on the record.
It's deeper than that.
Okay.
In what sense?
It's deeper than that.
The collabs, these other
The
voices.
collabs, the other voices,
Other people
and
write.
then who wrote. Listen, me, I'll try and release them. I'll put them out there, then I'll tag everybody who's involved. They earn their royalties. Wakitaka kutoa, watatoa.
Yeah.
Me, it's in my hard disk. If you want to listen, I'll listen.
You have it backed up online?
Right?
Or it's
Yeah,
just
no,
on a physical drive?
I have it on a physical drive. I should back it up online.
You should.
Do, sure. Bro, anything could
You
happen
should.
to a drive.
You had
So
to
you
lose
could lose
it.
it. Inaweza haribika, and then now you lose all
You lose
that.
all that, yeah.
See, this is why I need the
Yeah,
youth.
yeah,
I need you.
Back it up.
But actually, when you're saying like music is a sport for the youth, it's serious though. Because if you think about it, I don't expect Eti Juakali to have the biggest verse in 2020. Expect that from Scam Cardinali. Expect that from Furthermore.
Gio,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
But when Juakali puts out something, I'll be like, oh shit. You know, like I'd still respect that and I wanna gravitate towards that. So even you maybe working with Brandy, working with the new cats, that could be maybe
but more on a production side.
From
so
the
now you see
production
the
side,
way
yes.
the way Brandy's asking me for a verse. I'm still here thinking about what I'm gonna talk about. But you know, I to be honest, I do feel like I can put together a verse, and
You
people will
can.
respect that.
Yeah.
They'll respect that. Will I? I'll enjoy it, but I won't force it. The one thing, so the reason I'm asking myself is because I don't wanna force it. I don't wanna be there till lazima nifanye hii verse. You know? Yeah, so I don't wanna force it. I want it to be. I want it to
As
flow
authentic
just
as
the
it can
way.
be.
Yeah, my music has been flowing. I've never really forced myself to do a verse. When did I force myself to do a verse? Even in the Coke Studio things, I never forced myself to do a verse. And you find yourself in those situations where you're forced, you're being paid. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you imagine someone tells you they're giving you millions to do a verse. You know, you're going to force yourself.
True. Yeah, definitely.
But luckily, I've never found myself like forcing a verse because I'm getting paid. Even if I'm getting paid, I still didn't have to force the verse. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people do find themselves in that situation.
It's true.
Yeah. So
Would you want to
lucky.
produce for younger guys now?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Give us names.
Who do you think is hot and that you'd want to work with?
Furthermore.
Oh, we had Furthermore 2 weeks
And
ago.
furthermore, I'd like to work with.
He told
And
us he
furthermore-
made music by accident.
Yeah.
He was
those
bored one
bangers.
day and then he was like, let me start making a banger.
Yeah, he actually just wanted to be famous. That's the reason why he started doing music.
Bro, he's sick. Have you reached out? No. We'll put you guys together.
The studio is right. It's right there. I don't think it would be really difficult to Nene.
Yeah.
So, but then I feel, so where I'm at right now is where I have to switch modes. You get what I'm saying? Where I have to switch modes, like between what I was doing, Jana, where I was like, Jana, I was at a site. You know what I mean? I was at a farm. I was like doing like hotel stuff. And then now, woke up today and I come and I switch to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I need to find the right time when I've switched to that, and then I'll reach
Out
out
and
to
do what you
him
need to do.
rather than saying I must do it by this date. But I'm still making beats, so like
You could send him a text.
so that's the thing. Tele is a guy who did he put together New Position.
Telemaheni.
Trevor Noah Telemaheni, that's a good one. Telemaheni.
Buddy.
So
I remember you sat down with him in the studio for 1 hour. And he
Consuming
lied to you for 1 hour.
yeah. Na mtu ata kwa premier gang so tell me
you
sijaongea.
guys don't meet those guys, so you know you can just tell.
Yeah, someone's copying.
Yeah, but you can just tell. But you know there are certain people like that, and they get stuff done still. So like Telemani is one of those guys where I think it's his intention to get the thing done, and he'll tell you he'll get it done even when he knows he. It's his intention, and in his mind he's probably manifested it, and he can already see the connections. And if they break down, he won't tell you where that
That's
connection
delusion,
broke down.
MADTRAXX.
Well, a lot of billionaires are delusional.
When it works out great.
Successful.
And also there's many,
Success is delusion, I believe.
and also there's many things that Tele has gotten done. Whether how he got them done, who knows?
Jesus.
But he did. We can take a bunch of things like he did that, he did that,
Exactly. So I mean, you're right. Telemaheni is a good name. And big up Tele, because he's still on my WhatsApp. He's a really cool guy, but I know where to pima him.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like I know how to pima this guy.
If he sends you a screenshot of a FaceTime, you will ask him why is it on
So
this
he
side?
did that first. He did that to you.
No, he did that to you.
Stylez.
He did that to you,
I
bro.
thought you were saying he did that to you.
No,
He
no,
did that
no.
to Stylez.
Yeah.
He did that to
Me, I was
Stylez.
on
So
the
him and
Instagram
Stylez
waiting
don't
with
do
this.
Stylez.
I'm like, today we are talking Trevor Noah.
Hypnotic is there pinning the flag of Kenya and we made the way. Guy.
Your time Tele knows this is not happening and he's not saying it.
No, he went AWOL. Like,
Alisema
Absolutely AWOL.
He said he was in quarantine.
Ati walikuwa wameitwa meeting ya quarantine.
And then he's saying he has COVID and he's smoking on live. So I didn't do this, bro. Those were fun times.
Mad.
If anything, we were entertained.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like how Stylez carried it because alikuwa amejam, but he just maintained his composure.
Yeah, I think he got
I'll give him that.
I
Yeah.
think he got like a couple of guys on.
Yeah, he did actually.
Yeah, so but now, so I was telling him if I can get acapellas and then I can work on them.
Ah,
Nice.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think I'll start doing. I'll even start picking acapellas of just old tracks and just
Yeah,
make,
that'd be nice.
and just make but we should do that session where I play you.
Listen, it's
Let's do it.
happening.
And also, like, generally speaking, right, especially the new guys, if there's new guys you're keen on, if you need, like, help with that, let me know.
Well, I'll let you know,
Because
man.
we are, like, we are
Yeah,
homies
for sure,
now.
for sure. Yeah,
It's easier to
connect.
Yeah, and it's just more of timelines, where, not timelines, more of just when you're
Aligning
available and in the
schedules,
headspace
Yeah,
to do it.
make it
And then if it's furthermore, we make it happen. If it's Brandy, whoever it is.
Yeah,
Because I
exactly.
feel like there's still more production-wise from you
Yeah.
that we should expect.
I ain't
Your hard
lying.
drive.
I ain't lying. I got it. I got it.
No, it's true.
I got it. Yeah.
And I like only because I'm a great fan of your production just because I hear so many different things in your production and that is and we're sampling, bro. Like Skamares, what the fuck is that sample?
Yeah.
Madness.
So it was a song we used to sing as kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the guitar though was
Franco.
That was the guitar was Franco.
Yeah.
You know what I think you should do now? You should take like the bangers from the young kids and strip them and then produce it like it's yours.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
And then you send it to him like this could have been possible.
Yeah,
Let's work.
definitely.
Unachukua tu shamra kelele, and then you lay on your own
Yeah,
beats.
man.
sick.
Yeah. When I switch modes, because right now my mode is on this other mode. Yeah. But it'll happen. You know, it happens and
Organically,
it just happens
truly.
organically, and I'm finding myself in the studio more.
Yeah.
Maybe I think when other things are sorted, then I find myself in the studio more and stuff.
But the younger guys, let me know for real. I'm down. Like
Man,
I'd be down. I'd
looking
be down
forward.
to.
I love music,
make it
and
happen.
you know. And the thing is, I'm so proud of the younger guys right now. Man, they're representing, man. They're representing.
Are we ever seeing Maddy on stage again?
Good question. The other day I was called for a show, and I was wondering, do I remember my lyrics?
You're lying.
Guys,
You're lying.
I probably do, though. I probably
They're
do.
fire
I
lyrics.
probably do. You know what happens is even when it comes down to shows, like if I told you, if you sat an artist here and asked them for the lyrics to a certain song, they wouldn't be able to tell you until the instrumental plays.
Drops and then you flow with it.
Then it just comes.
Yeah. It's true.
So I was asking myself that question, and I was like, "What are the lyrics to this song?"
It's true because
But when I played the song, I started
go.
started doing it. So I was like, "Yeah, I can probably
you
do
got
it."
it.
Yeah.
Because how many verses does Maddy have, Sasa? No, for sure.
Even
But
the unreleased music.
even unreleased. Because you know unreleased for you, you're still familiar with those songs. It's just us
very,
who
yeah,
just
yeah,
unreleased
yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
It's just unreleased to us. Yeah. But so, how did Naiwake remix with Ochunglo?
Naiwake.
Yeah, how did that come about? And Wendy told me there's a story about Naiwake remix from Milan. About how everything came about. Alisema tu nikuulize. I didn't get into details.
Wendy who?
Wendy Wangoi.
Why did you give side eye?
I don't know who this is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who this is. You guys are
It's
saying like
alright,
I should know.
She's a youngin. She's a youngin as well in the industry. Like she's
Okay.
really doing a lot
She's
for the
really
industry now.
Connected.
I think maybe I think you guys were in Milan. Either when you guys decided to do the remix. I don't know. I wish I could ask for further
Wendy.
information.
Show me a picture.
I'll show you, Wendy.
Yeah.
Most probably unamjua.
Probably.
Maybe it's a face.
Probably, yes.
But
Yeah.
yo, she's a youngin. She's like 25, but
She's working.
she's done so much.
She's
Back and like
working.
Wendy.
Tell you with her, Jana.
Like her, she's dedicated her life to the industry. Kabisa.
Wallahi, somebody I should meet.
No,
man.
No, for
Lisa.
sure. Bro, she's dedicated her entire life to the
Oh, and
industry.
she watches the show, Mad. So
Yeah, and she's a
I
mad
see
fan
this
of the show.
moment.
Yeah, I think I've met her.
Yeah, it's a familiar face, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a familiar face.
Yeah, sawa basi. So yeah, I'd like to meet her. What was the story?
No, she didn't tell me. She
Something
was
about
like,
Milan.
I just mentioned you are coming. Then she's like, oh shit, ask him about Naiwake remix with the Chunglo.
Yeah.
I think either you agreed to do it in Milan. I don't know. I wish I could ask further
happened,
information.
Wait, yeah, Naiwake. What happened that day? So the day Naiwake, the remix. I I can't remember.
Una memories mingi sana
Tulikuwa
za Rockstar life.
tumetana. But I remember the location, we saw it for the first time on the day we were recording the Ethic one, New Position.
Wow.
Yeah. Naiwake, where did we record that verse? Was it at my studio? I think it was at my studio.
Yeah.
Well, probably China, we got high. Yeah. It was probably at my studio.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Milan, man. Milan, so much has happened there. Man.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can
so much has
imagine.
happened. So,
Yeah. Do you pay a bill when you're at Milan?
Big shout out to Milan.
Anasemanga tu itumie bro. Let's Stylez do
It's sorted even before he walks in. What do you mean?
When were you last at Milan?
When was I? A couple of weeks back. I
Couple
told you.
weeks back,
Yeah, but honestly, I don't go out. I don't go out much.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would like to go to BN's club.
Manhattan. You haven't been?
It's really dope.
I went to Gemini the other time. It's been long, so I went when it had just started, and then I went last week.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean I don't go out.
Yeah, not that.
It's just I think there are a lot of snakes there. I just feel like snakes.
Got you. You don't get bad vibes.
I don't know
think
why.
Nairobi has like a club that has a proper VIP. Because so many important people want to party, but then
But you're like, where do I go?
yeah, like
I honestly
Me, I'm
think
talking
B
about
Club
when I
was
say
the
snakes.
only one that did kind of have.
It's just no genuine friendships I
Yeah,
found
got you.
there. That's what I mean. I mean, like, I haven't found any genuine, like, friendships in the club.
In the clubs.
And there's always some ulterior
drama,
motive.
truly.
You get what I'm saying? At the
you.
club. So, and then, so I'm really trying to protect my energy away from that kind of thing. And that's
can
why I
sense
don't
a lot
go
of
out.
family, whatever.
Yeah, so I'm just trying. I'm not
Stay
trying
away
to go
from all
out, you know
that.
what I'm saying? Yeah. But I can set up my own bashes. Me, I'm easy.
Yeah.
But Milan, I'm always good. Me, I'll go to Milan
Any day.
any day.
Because you know you're not touching your wallet. Leta kawaida. So I think you had started explaining something, then we got into something else called Republik and Red Republik. Because I was going to ask,
Red
the
Republik,
emergency room at Capital FM, you were part of that as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that was Code Red? Or
That was
or
Code Red.
That was Code Red.
That was the DJing, yeah. And so there was a time we had the first Code Red. So Code Red was originally Scratchaholics. Scratchaholics was DJ Pinye and the Scratchaholics. Then DJ Pinye went his own way. And then it became Hit Squad before it became Code Red. So when it was the first batch of DJs, we had Mr. Prime, he's big now on like TV shows, like you know that Sakata dance show.
Yes.
Mambo Mseto, he's the producer now.
Nice.
We had DJ Zoom, we had DJ Nikki. We had Mr. Spin, Mr. C. So all these DJs, they left. And they were the original guys doing the emergency room. And so they left me and this other guy, my boy, called DJ Final Cut. And so...
shout out Final Cut.
Yeah. So it was me and Final Cut. It was me and Final Cut who were doing the emergency room at the time. It was me and Final Cut.
If someone booked you to DJ today, would you do it?
Not for money.
Not for money.
Oh, yeah,
For
there
vibes.
wouldn't be, I don't think.
If it's
Unless
What would you
unless
play?
they're talking of a serious
A lot of
figure.
money, yeah.
Probably.
What's a serious figure for you?
What's a serious figure?
Not pocket change.
For a night.
Yes.
I would... Right now, I think the market rate for a hot artist is around 800. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Around 800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd probably be like 1.2.
I mean, that's
You know what I'm
alright.
saying? I mean,
If you signed 1.2, Madi will get on the decks.
yeah, who has 1.2? Yeah.
Stylez. We want to see you on a Friday at Milan. And then after, when you go for your cut, you're like, now you've paid for all the bills. For all the bills. But you DJ for like a friend's party.
For your own parties.
So can I tell you what it is? Why I'm talking like this and very hesitant. DJing is like riding a bike. So I can DJ. it would just take me like 2 weeks to set up my set. Do like select my songs, Nini, cue points. Yeah. So I don't know yet what I'll DJ. They have to tell me what the show is.
But what sound are you currently vibing with apart from the Kenyan sound?
Wildly, like, hey, right now. I haven't been listening to music. Okay. I've been listening to audiobooks.
Okay.
Because I think I'm in that other zone. I've been listening to audiobooks. So,
no, but on a normal day, like let's say you're in your Madi zone and you're listening to music, what do you mostly vibe to?
It'd probably be the 70s.
Old school.
70s. And there's this. Right now, I'm really liking the New Jersey thing.
It's like disco-ish in a
What
way.
is it called? New Jersey?
New Jersey
The
swing.
Lil Uzi and New Jersey. Yeah.
New Jersey swing. Yeah, the Uzi, yeah.
I love it.
That's what I'm feeling right now. Like I have a whole playlist of that.
No.
Yes, amazing stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the producer who likes sampling, how does clearance happen? Like for you, like Skamares, do you need to clear anything? How does that work for you?
Yeah, me. So I didn't clear any of that stuff.
And yes, Skamares truly we una clear na primary schools.
But still,
the
Franco guitar.
The Franco guitar, yeah.
The Franco guitar. I mean,
And no one has ever come for you, so uko sawa.
yeah, and to be honest, I haven't put it on any streaming sites.
Okay.
So
we were
right
actually
now,
checking earlier. Like, how come this is not doing, yeah.
So to
you
be
haven't
honest,
monetized it?
I haven't monetized it. So basically, it's just basically performing.
True, that's how you make money from
If
it.
someone ever reaches out to talk about, like, okay, here's a check.
Yeah, and if they ever reach out, we'll discuss it.
For sure.
So we'll definitely discuss it because so this is the other thing, and I had this conversation. I was thinking about the evolution of this is such a deep conversation.
No, let's
get it.
Sisi kama kuna tunakwanga na on time. On Sundays.
So I was thinking about copyright and how relevant it is today. And nothing is new. You know, in music, nothing is new.
True.
So I think we went from mixing notes. Cindy, that's how a chord is made.
Yeah.
Like from the first note, whoever created another note after that is sampling.
Yeah.
And when the chord was created, somebody saw these three notes are working together. Whoever used that was now sampling. And we've been continuing like this, and now it's been a sequence of notes. If I play any sequence of notes now, any, it's been used in a song before.
Yes.
The keyboard is only this
that.
amount of notes. You know what I mean, right? No matter what sequence I play, I'm playing somebody else's creation.
Yeah.
And so now I was thinking about, I think in the evolution of all that, I think we've reached the point where we're now mixing sounds, whole sounds. And so I was wondering about how I mean, I don't think we should, I don't know how it would work. We'd have to find another way to create, because this thing of sampling, there's nothing new.
Yeah,
there's nothing new. You get what I'm saying? It's the same things. And so where you draw that line, so if they came, if the guys I'd be like, hey, listen, if anything, this song is directing traffic towards your song. If you want if you want to post it on Apple Music and whatever, you can post it. Let me get my part. You get your part. Ama ilale. Kama sikuli. Kama sikuli inalala. Ama tukule pamoja.
Mambo ni matatu.
Thank you so much for saying Sikuli. I don't know if many guys can remember this song, the track that you did with Gecko, Make You Dance. There is a line that you said, now later you do education nakula chapo. What was that about?
Yeah. Okay. Do.
Chapo.
Oh, Chapo.
Got it.
But
Got it.
then when it comes to what you're talking about copyright, I'm just thinking, right? Would you feel differently if it was someone's voice? Because isn't also the artist's
So
voice
now,
part
yes.
of the beat in a way, in some instances.
Now, this is where it's getting crazy because AI has come. I can literally have Nas on my song.
True.
Yeah.
So now, where is this now?
But it's
Where
also-
are we going? This is all...
But now there's going to be regulations
Yeah.
for sure around it. Yeah, they have to.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
True.
Because right now, a DJ taking a Nas a cappella and putting it on any instrumental, they're not charged anything. They're not asked for any copyright.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So they're not asked for any copyright. Right now, what I'm thinking, producers are not even producers anymore. They're not mixing instruments like, let's have the
Yeah, it's not
saxophone
raw.
coming in there
That's true.
and let's have this in it. They're mixing sounds.
It's samples of
They're-
samples.
You know what I'm saying? Recordings. The fact that even human beings have come to the point where we can record something and you play it whenever. It's not that you have to go to a live. You know this. It's not that it has to be played live for you. Where is my what are they called? You know, like when the king would have somebody just playing that.
Yes.
Now we have recordings. You get what I'm saying? Where humanity has evolved to, we are mixing sounds. You get what I'm saying? And so now music has to change with that. And I'm thinking the whole copyright thing needs to be rethought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Is it in a way, are you saying that anyone can use any of your music to do anything they want?
imagine I feel like that.
Okay.
Okay, that's how
That's how I feel. And I feel like the only thing that I would fight for is a credit and try to get traffic towards my song.
Gotcha.
So if my song is dead, it's been dead for 12 years, no one's been listening to this song, a guy picks it up, samples it, and you're like, where is that song from? Go back to this song. You get
So
what I'm
wait,
saying?
so
So
how-
it's like directing the traffic towards my music as well. And if they can, I don't know.
Then I ask, because DJ Mura has...
That's
DJ
a whole
Mura,
discussion.
he's done a remix of what record of yours? He's done I'll find it, I'll send it to you. I send it to you. He's done a remix of... Is it Boda? He's done a really nice remix of Boda.
Yeah, I've seen it.
'Cause I didn't know you in
And he
person at
asked
the
me, and he
time.
kept asking me, and me, I was not in that mode. So he'd keep asking me, can I drop it? Can I drop it? And me, I was like, I don't care. I'll just
You do your thing.
you just do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Me saying
And so
this
he's
is
done his
audiobooks.
thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's fire. The thing is fire. I mean, I like it when it's there. Yeah.
Okay. So where do you stand in the conversation of we need a Kenyan sound? Where do you stand with that? And if we do, what is your Kenyan sound, in your opinion?
For what purpose?
I mean, so for most of the time is more of
Marketing.
guys are thinking about identity. And a lot of the examples guys would give is like, okay, so I know this song, I know this is from somewhere else. So what does music from Kenya sound like? Like if I needed
in
something
terms of
that is
marketing,
authentically Kenyan,
basically, yeah.
that doesn't sound like what the guys in the US are doing or what the guys in the West of Africa are doing. Like you hear a song, you know this is from South Africa for sure. You hear a Kwaito song, you know this is South Africa. You hear a Bongo song, you know this is from TZ.
Z.
Okay.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. So, just with globalization, if you were to ask, what does a song from Korea sound? Sounds like a song from anywhere else. Just the language. I think just with globalization, us guys looking for a Kenyan sound is just to please us. And so we've had many Kenyan sounds. For the greater good of African music, I think Amapiano is doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not to say that we can't have other genres, right? It doesn't have to be just a Kenyan sound. It could cut across just the way Amapiano, Zouk, just cuts across. So it's not. I don't think a Kenyan sound. But if a Kenyan would like to start a sound, that would be amazing. That would make us proud. It would make us proud. And you know what I'm saying? It's for us, right?
Yeah.
But if we're making a Kenyan sound, we want it to cut across. Right? It's not that we just want, it's a
us.
Kenyan sound. And if you're in TZ, unafanya hii sound. Because even the TZ guys now are doing Amapiano. The guys in Nigeria are doing Amapiano. You know what I'm saying? And then we have other sounds like Zouk, where you go to Rwanda, it's hot. You go to Angola, it's hot.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, yeah. Just make some dope tracks. If you want to start like your own genre and it takes over, we'll be very proud of you. Just the same way we're proud of our runners. We'll be proud. It came from Kenya. But I think for the greater good of African music, just join the bandwagon. Kama unaingia Afro beats, unaingia kama piano, ingia. Because these people outside where these people are listening, because you know it's where these people are listening to. What is them? They even think Africa is one country, which it should be. So.
Oh Lord.
You know, more countries.
You know what I'm saying? So. I have no opinion on the Kenyan sound. I used to have a strong opinion on it I used to think we need one. I even had conferences, bro. What do you mean? What? I called producers. I was telling them we need to go this direction. I was there even with Bruce Odhiambo, and he would come for those meetings. The legendary, one of the greatest guys I know. Well, depending on where, Bruce Odhiambo is like. He's like Diddy. Either you really love him,
like him, others really hate him. That's
you get what I mean, right? So I know guys who just don't like Bruce, and the guys who really love, and I'm one of the guys who really love Bruce. You get, So we used to have these discussions about it, and it never bore any fruit, man.
That's right. Do you for what you'd consider commercial or mainstream music, right? In Kenya. Singles versus albums.
So it's a good question. I heard Lil Wayne saying the other day that albums are not the way they used to be. Yeah. An album. Are there albums? Do we have albums, even in your phone for pictures? Because let's talk about picture albums, right?
Yeah.
Do you have them? Have you sort of sorted them out?
No. Pictures, no. I've not sorted them out.
Yeah, exactly. I think even your music is not sorted out. So it's just hot. It's just hot music. Well, I get the idea of an album as like a representation of a certain time or a certain story. You're trying to tell a story from beginning to end or a certain theme. I get that. But the listeners, a listener is an accountant, a nurse, a listener is a teacher. And while you're here thinking about your deep issues of the theme of this is dark. It's a dark, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gothics, genius.
They don't give a fuck.
People, this guy is a nurse. The guy just wants to listen to music.
Bro.
That's what I'm saying. You could do it for you. It's the listener, It depends. I mean, it's making great music, But for you and your peers, to have these kinds of discussions, you know what I'm saying? Where you're sitting at dinner and you're here with this other producer and artist. Yeah, by the way, I like the theme. The way when you use the rock riff for there and you use it. You know what I'm saying? But I think albums...
Singles for you.
Singles for me.
Drop.
Just drop. Yeah, just drop. Drop music. If you have a theme and you want to do it, listen, we're all open to do it. But I think singles make more of an impact than albums do. Is that the question?
That was the question. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Singles make more of an impact than albums do. People remember singles more than albums. Who's listened to Burna's album?
I have.
Scale 1 to 10?
10, 11.
I'd give it like a solid 7.6.
Really?
I'd give Burna an 8.
Me and Stylez were saying like a 6.
Are you for real?
Yeah. Actually, Stylez said he doesn't like it. But
Is it because of the expectations you had going into a new Burna album after all the success? Because because also as a listener, it's not that you have zero expectations when you listen to a body of work. You always go in. It's very hard to go in.
So now, as an album, I'm here giving it a 6. But trust you me, the singles that are going to track from that album.
City Boys, that's my tune.
There'll be a 10.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the singles make more of an impact.
True.
then the album. So I'm saying the album as a 6, but then the singles that'll chart from there are probably gonna be
solid
fire. You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So that's my yeah.
Did you ever have to do any side shows to just generate traction for your music?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What did you guys script?
What did you script? But mine was always around the music.
Okay.
Yeah. I would do it on my shows.
When performing?
When I'm performing, I would enter with an ambulance. The time I had a song called Ambulance. You know what I'm saying? Like those kinds of things, yeah. But it wasn't like Atina is dating this person or now there's this sex tape or now this no. It was just mostly about the shows.
Okay.
I remember I had a big driver's license. Yeah, when I was doing Big Shot, but at the same time I did Big Shot. Yeah, Sepetuka. You remember Sepetuka?
Oh my gosh, you were babies though.
You were babies, yeah. That's why I'm hanging out with you guys, by the way.
But remember, that was Homeboys Radio, Sepetuka.
Yeah, I was Homeboys.
Yeah.
Na hiyo time hakuna kutrend, ni huko.
Yeah. Hakuna item na trend Twitter. You have to be there.
So your side shows have to be on stage. Alafu
So now guys will talk about it like in a pulse, will jump on it
grapevine.
because they would always be on the shows. And then that's
Yeah.
how we get our publicity.
Yeah.
As a fan of music, Rhumba versus Lingala. What did you listen to?
Lingala. Me, I'm Lingala.
No.
The first one. You talk about the one where it goes. That's where I'm at. That's me. That's where I'm at. So, but these songs, they start out as Rhumba. They sound very Rhumba until like minute.
Yeah, the breakdown.
And then now, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah, then
boom.
now it becomes something else.
Now, me, I forward until there.
So yeah, Lingala to the core.
I'm a Lingala
My
guy,
goodness.
man. I think I love Rhumba, but because I've always been a hype kind of person. That's why I think I even got the MC kind of thing. Super MC, because I used to MC and my MCing wasn't and ladies and gentlemen, mine was and we're coming through.
Oh my gosh.
I'm quite hype, man.
That's why when the music sounds the way it sounds. The music is hype as well.
Yeah,
Like it's music for we are turning up. It's not music for.
It's not. So but you see,
like
Rhumba is
sad on a rock.
Very mellow, very.
Rhumba is very mellow.
Listening and go to it.
So for me, my DMX, bring it, one revive. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So that's why, I suppose.
So two things. So we're gonna do the listening thing, and then for the youngins, whoever you need, let's figure it out.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys, man, are doing I'm the 100th show.
Imagine, bro.
Certified. 100.
How does Drake say it? 8, more than 92 something.
Keep it 98.
Yeah.
Keep it
More
98.
than 90.
I have no idea.
He has a lyric where
Yeah.
Don't come to me with that fake shit. Keep it two more than 98 with me 100. Yes.
Keep it 2 more than 98. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes,
So yeah, man. I mean, I love it, man. I'll come through. So first, we back up on the internet.
Yes, for sure.
That's the first thing today.
For sure.
Starting it.
For sure.
So and back up on the internet, and then now we
do the thing.
Sindio.
Sour, bro.
So like, one of those things, yeah.
But I appreciate you making time. This was so much
It's
fun.
amazing, you guys. I love the energy.
You're so lucky Chaxy hasn't asked you sex questions.
It's true.
Naulizanga watu hapo maswali. That's fine. Quick one, I have to ask you this. I always ask the rich guests who come. Like, what's your guilty pleasure?
What do you spend money on? Kifala tunasemanga kitu ni ujinga. But
I love
yeah,
it.
it doesn't make sense, but
What do you buy at auctions?
Wait.
Ama, what do you have an unhealthy number of things?
mtoto ni venye tu huyu he's married.
Has been.
Yeah.
Cars, Shoes,
See,
women.
I don't have.
Clothes, the collections, your weird jackets, something.
Also, it was kidogo spiritual for me. Are you guys spiritual?
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah,
I guess.
It's one of those things. I was reading the Bhagavad Gita, so it's one of those things where you don't have.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I admit, I don't.
You don't have
what-
those kinds of
Only have
desires.
what you need.
Yeah,
That's how you live. Yes.
yeah.
So una t-shirt style tattoo.
Z, in fact, my wife was saying,
Dana.
I'm this one.
Fire. I
I promise. I promise.
love it.
My friend, what does Edna call it when you kauka nikuvae?
Nah, but this shirt is fire though.
It is. I got it from Vo.
Oh, shout out to Mvo, man. This is
Shout
bonkers.
out- No, this is not bonkers.
Yeah.
He's the only one selling Jamhuri wear. This is Jamhuri wear.
Ah.
Yeah, so I went by his shop the other day
In Lavi?
in Lavi. Yeah, and then as we were there, I was like, hey, this guy set up shop, man. I have to
Yeah,
get
if you
something
leave it
from
alone,
here.
true.
You know what I was saying? So I got this is real. This is really nice, man.
Yeah, that's really dope.
Okay.
So
Appreciate it,
no
man.
guilty pleasures, man.
No
You,
guilty
what's
pleasure.
yours? Now let's ask
Oh
you.
God.
Me, I'm supposed to find the guilt money first. But even with the broke money, shoes, watches.
Yeah.
Shoes, watches and experiences.
Nice.
Like when ananiambia tu twende tu kesho sijui wapi. Na sina pesa na tunaenda tu.
These are one time.
Yeah. The memory is always worth more than
By the way, I'm due to go somewhere. By the way, I need to. I need
By
to go
yourself or with
somewhere.
family?
Mostly by myself.
Got you. You're very spiritual. Do you meditate?
Yeah. Me umedi.
Hata kikacha alikuwa amemedi. Yeah, man, this has been so much fun, bro. Appreciate you.
It's
for real.
amazing. Thanks, man.
Utakuja tena the next time. We invite you, sindio?
Yeah, please, nitakuja.
The next time unakam tunaongea tu stories of ufala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of this
Hakuna kuuliza maswali
seriousness.
sasa. Tunapiga tu mastori tu.
Yeah, for sure.
Tunakuuliza, unajua platform inaitwa OnlyFans? Umesubscribe ngapi? Hiyo ndo guilty pleasure ya Madi. Pornhub, OnlyFans, kuna zingine gani? Sijui what.
The agenda master Jen.
Fit Finder.
Body feet.
Yeah. So you know the way people switch from
Be
TikTok.
running back this year.
Ni mali watu buying topics for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And people cash in, bro.
Oh man,
Yeah.
nice.
But I appreciate you, man. MADTRAXX, episode 100. 100.
Over 26. This is the Baga Podcast.
This is the Brunch Club. Over 26.
Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.